You to Uncle Pete. Thank you all for coming. Make sure everybody, the people who are coming in now, everybody make sure you sign the logbook. This looks like it's going to be one of the biggest ones we ever had. You want to have your name in it for historical purposes. This is, and Floyd, the reason we do this every year, Uncle Floyd, is because Bad Lad died for our sins 62 years in 1962 in Florida, and in 1963 Captain Bill and I started the first Bad Lad Day. We went out on this night in 1963 and celebrated the way that Bad Lad would have wanted to, and we did that for about 3 years. Basically we all fell away from each other, and things like Bad Lad Day and the Jedsey Journal stopped. And then in 1996, we got together in Brennan's on Sterling Avenue, about a half dozen of us, and we reinitiated Bad Lad Day, and this is the 20th one since then, the 20th anniversary of the reinitiated Bad Lad Days. So we started in Brennan's on Sterling Avenue for a couple of years, and then for several years after that, we did a pub tour of historic pubs, mostly pubs that Bad Lad himself had been in when he visited Jersey City. And we did that for several years, and about 5 years ago we got too old for that, and basically we settled here because Jack Miller had become friends with us, and he let us put our Hall of Fame on the wall here, and tonight we're here to augment that Hall of Fame. The first night we came here, we had been going to bars that were our old favorites, and I had never been in Miller's, but the Fa lost the Honies, and when he lost the Honies, we said, let's stop going there, and let's give our business elsewhere. I had met Jack down in Ilventos. He would go down every Friday night and buy about a half dozen pizzas and bring them up here, set them up in the back room for the clientele, and I said, okay, we'll stop there. And the first night we came in here, Jack said, can you tell me what this is about? And I mentioned that our friend died and we go around every year to remember him. And he said, that's great. He said, let me take a picture. And he went up and recorded the moment. We all got together and took a picture, which is in this issue of the Jedsey Journal on the wall here. And our friends, Jeff Hermes, who's on the wall over here, was living in Hawaii with my ex-sister-in-law. And they went around on a companion pub crawl at the same time that we were here, and we were calling each other on cell phones from bar to bar, and their pictures here. And both of these pictures appeared the following month in the Jersey Journal in the story they did about the Jedsey Journal. So that when you get a chance, look at the pictures on the wall here and the Hall of Fame pictures. Well, for years we went to the various bars in Jersey City. We had some great experiences, and we started always at the Iron Monkey, which, because a lot of us worked in New York, was convenient to the PATH train. And then we had various second bars, which included Captain Al Shawanik's Harbor Casino. We went to one of the other Irish bars downtown, and then we settled on the what's it called? The Light Horse Tavern, and those guys were great. Bill and the unforgettable, the other guy, Bill and Ron. We came in there and he said, "Can you tell us what this is about?" And I said, "Well, a friend of ours died in 1962. We go around every year." And Ron said, "That's great." He said, I'm going to go do something in the back room. I'll come back and have a drink with you for your friend." And he didn't realize we were moving so fast, so we went on to the next bar, and we went and stopped here. We asked the bar. We're down in Brennan's at 11 o'clock at night, and the door opens, and the two partners come in from the Light Horse Tavern. And they said, "We followed you from bar to bar. We wanted to have a drink with your friend, for your friend." So we had a drink with them there, and we've been going there ever since. Then Brennan's was originally the home of our Bad Lad Day, and Peter was always great to us down there. It was the place we started at, and we always would end up at the Park Tavern to have a burger there, and that would top off our evening. And so a couple of years ago, we decided, since our Hall of Fame is here, this is where we're going to have our ceremonies every year. Now that that's out of the way, well, let's talk about Bad Lad. Who is he? Why do we have this party for him? Bad came from actually Riverdale, New York. We met him down the shore one summer, and we started every year to hang out with him in the summertime. And then he started coming to Jersey City, and he was in a lot of these bars that we went to on our pub tour. On the pub tour, we would read the story of Bad Lad's life, which appeared in the Jedsey Journal. We would do it like stations, and at each place we would read part of it. So let me read part of it to you now, and that'll help you understand who Bad Lad was for those of you who were never here before. Following Bad Lad's death in 1962, we began the tradition of honoring the Great One by doing something he would have done during the St. Patrick's Day weekend, a period he brought out the bad in all of us. This year, on Bad Lad Day, Mark Clarkin will place a commemorative wreath at the plaque at where he died in Florida. Just who was this character who came from another state and joined us late in life, but so endeared himself to us in such a short time? James Laird showed up at the Jersey Shore after his U.S. Naval discharge in the summer of 1959. He was a mature rookie out of Riverdale, New York, and there was a great match in background and culture. So he instantly fell in with us. He had been a track star in New York City, where he held the record for the 60-yard dash, and he received an athletic scholarship to the University of Virginia, where in his freshman year, he knocked up the underage daughter of one of the school's trustees. Although Bad and his Lolita were madly in love, he was forced to leave the school and join the service to avoid prosecution or more serious retribution. And he opted for 5 years in the Navy, where although his athletic skills atrophied, he certainly honed his drinking skills while drowning out his sorrow over his lost love. Bad spent most of that summer, most of his mustering out pay that summer, staying drunk and keeping everyone laughing. But in retrospect, and based on things that he said, he was playing the clown to sublimate memories of the one incident in his life that he would have handled differently if he had been more mature at the time. As outrageously funny as Bad was, he was always a kind drunk, and one night he felt sorry for a little shoeshine boy who was striking out, trying to make money among the white canvas sneakered crowd in crimes. So he had his bare feet shined. The boy was more than happy with the generous tip he received, and Bad sported the finest pair of black and white saddle shoes, read feet, that had ever been seen in Joe Crimes. Bad went on to win the Rookie of the Year in 1959, and for 3 years he maintained a high standard of excellence. But at the end of 1961 season, he participated with Black Bart Sheehan and Captain Bill in destroying Jackie McDonough's summer rental to the tune of $1,000 in damages. Bad had taken his first job and got a loan for $400 to cover his third of the responsibility. He partied all weekend and with the $67 left over from his paycheck, but on Saturday night in New York City, he was with Bart Sheehan, who, when they saw a secretary from Bad's job walking her dog, tackled the girl and choked the dog. After Bad saw the secretary, after Bart performed that sick scene, Bad knew he could never show up at his office again, so he put a case of beer in his suitcase and he hitchhiked to Florida. Well, those are the first couple of stations of Bad Lad's life, and as a tradition here, every year, my high school classmate Tony Caffiero reads the station that we always read at Jack Miller's. Tony?
It's here? No?
Comes here.